Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. I hope everybody's doing well. In today's video, we are opening day 10 of our 12 days of Christmas gifts. And we are working on our make for day 24 of our December daily. There's nothing wrong with your screen. It's dark in here on purpose because I just want to show you this little light on here in the dark, and then I'm going to come back and show you this sweet little card front that was made for me. I won't show you the inside because it's private, but there's a little light in here and it is the sweetest little card. So let me get some lights turned on. Look at how sweet it is. It is a beautiful little card. She put so much time and effort into this for us, and this is for Mark and myself. But it's just so sweet and beautiful. It has the little light and the fire, and I just love it so much. And I know I texted her about it yesterday when I got it, but I just really wanted her to know how much I do love this and appreciate the time and effort that went into this card. It is a very special, sweet card. So thank you to my friend who sent that to us. And I share that here because she watches my channel. And so, you know, sometimes I'll say my friend, my friend, my friend. I have a couple of very dear close friends that watch my channel. And don't talk and try to drink your coffee. That's your PSA for today. Anyway, I do have a couple of dear friends that watch my channel. And I have a couple of family members that watch here periodically. So sometimes you'll hear me say things and it's because I know, like, it's so cute. Like the friend who made me the card, her son will say, "Watch Jody," and they go, her kids know. Her daughter is almost 2. She's getting ready to turn 2. She knows how to use a paper trimmer at 2 years old. Like, how cute is that? Because she watches YouTube with her mom and watches her mom create beautiful things. And it's just the sweetest thing ever, I swear. Okay, let's get these out. I didn't take pictures again. Gosh darn it, I need my coffee. All right, sorry about that. I've taken pictures of both. I'm gonna lose my little number bits. I was trying to clean up a little bit yesterday and put some stuff away, but I got sidetracked. I did get like the table cleared off so I could wrap a couple last minute things. Like I said, nothing super exciting, but I just have to get some stuff put away. So I am doing a declutter thing. It's a collaboration through Kara Brandon's channel with somebody whose name I can't remember, who does decluttering. That is her job. So some of the participants actually have time with a declutter coach in January, which is so cool. When she was asking me, I was just so much going on. I couldn't commit to like doing it with a coach, but I knew I was getting a couple of things, like these tables for Christmas. And so I said, well, how about if I just organize something? And she's like, okay. So I'm not sure yet which section of my craft room I'm going to film as I'm organizing it. So that's my question to you guys. Would you like to see, like, this area here is not completely set up, but I'm not ready to add anything to it yet because I am still trying to figure out like what I'm reaching for when I'm working on things. But I got the new cart that I want to do my dies on and get those organized. And I have this cabinet over here that I need to transfer some stuff off the bookshelves. So I guess my question is, would you rather see the dies being organized or the newsprint cabinet getting better usage? So let me know what you think. And then I know what day my day is, so there may be a couple videos actually. I may end up sharing both, but for that collaboration specifically, let me know what you think. I love that she's added this trim to highlight these women on these pages. I mean, just so neat. Really neat to do that. Okay, we've got Some vintage book page with some really lovely flowers illustrated. And this is that style that I like, more of the colored pencil, watercolored feel. I love these images. Yep, and then we have another Edith Holden page, which is gorgeous. I'm feeling very botanical with this package. Wishing you happiness as you are married. Oh, well, that's sweet. What I like about these old cards is you get like the wonderful texture and color in them. And yeah, it says wishing you happiness as you are married, but you could cover the as you are married part with something, you know, and then you can cover your inside of this if you, you know, want to not have those words in your project. And it just makes for a great way to really add some interest to your card. I mean, you could put that in as an entire page in your journal, as you've seen me done. Because that design's in the middle, I would probably tuck that in something. But it's just a way that you can use these cards. You may be wondering, how do you use those cards in a project? There you go. This is more of that really cool ribbon. I just don't know what that material is, but it's a really neat ribbon. Okay. And that's something I want to do as well in 2025 is focus on how to use the things that we already have. Yeah, we're going to use the things we have. So I really don't plan on buying unless it's like to replace product or something like that, but I'm not going to be going to buy all the things, because I'll tell you that if you go to move your spaces, it really makes you acutely aware of how much you have accumulated. And I have to get completely moved into this room, so, because I want to start work on that other room, get the wallpaper off the walls. These look like little lollipop sticks, or not lollipop sticks, cupcake sticks. Those are cute. Okay, moving on. I'm talking and we're not crafting, I'm just talking, I'm sorry. I'm just pondering life right now as an artist. Oh, these are sweet. Oh, I like that a lot. So, yesterday, I don't want to take away from these gifts. Be quiet, Jody. Just be quiet. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, these are more Edith Holden images, but these are cards of some sort. Oh, they're like Edith Holden postcards. I've never seen those before either. I don't know what this woman has in her Edith Holden stash, but my goodness, some wonderful things have been sent for Christmas. Okay. Oh, these bows. Oh, what's going on with my throat this morning? Whoa, slippery. Slippery. Oh, bees. I'm telling you. Birds. Oh, these are all like little matching kits. What? I've never seen something like this before. Look at that with that background. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Well, after Christmas, I have to commandeer my journal pages back out of Mark's present. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I'm going to get sidetracked with what I'm wanting to make. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's a little teaser. So in the video that aired today, I said we had a January reveal, and that was just because I keep referring to the January project as the January project, and that's the chicken project. Just to be clear, that's not my thing that I'm going to be working on in January. I guess technically for you I will be, but for me, that's already gone and in the hands of the new owner. Okay, I'm going to set these aside. We're going to go ahead and open the second present, and then I will send pictures after. But yeah, I keep getting these things, and I'm like, I think these just need to be going in a project bin, because my head's already what I want to make next. I'm just waiting to see what Tracy's putting out so that I can honor my, yeah, what do you call that thing I do for Tracy? Design team project. That's the word. Oh my gosh. I don't expect that's going to get any better today with what I've got to do, so. we'll have to figure out a make. I need a simple make again today because I have a lot to do. I have to make some cookies and I have to clean up some because Mark's father and stepmother are coming for dinner. An early dinner, at least, but still dinner. So are you all ready for the holidays? If you celebrate, are you all ready? And I mean, we are not really doing much of anything on Christmas Day. We're watching football, opening a couple of things that we have under the table. And then, like I said yesterday, my son and his girlfriend are coming over after they do after they do her family stuff. So, and then we're gonna have a small dinner. Okay, I have to say this. This is so cute because I was pretty sure that these are gonna be in one of the days because she had asked if I had one, and I was like, no, I don't have one. Then this was in yesterday's. So knowing I didn't have one, I'm like, little rusty tiny attachers. What day do I get the device to use them? That's today. So cute. I just love it so much. Okay, I'm going to take my pictures and then I'll be back. And then we'll see what we're going to work on today. Okay, so I have been wanting to do a prompt from the Defemer Ember. I always add an extra Defemer Ember. Okay, Defemer Ember, whatever. Anyway, the paper bag handle and slow stitching. So I have here a picture of myself and my son. He came over on Saturday, and so we were wrapping a couple of gifts. I was helping him wrap a couple things for his girlfriend. And I thought, you know what? I want to make a frame for it and have that as a memory in my journal. I actually printed it twice because I hung one up in here and then I want one in the journal. And the one thing that I really liked is that Barbara's video was like, well, if you do not have a paper bag handle, you can make your own. And so in spirit of using what we have, we're going to make our own. And I want mine to be kind of rustic and just not perfect, because I think that we focus too much on perfection in our makes, like I know I do, and I don't want that. And because it is going to be a piece that is made surrounding my son and myself, we know we're not perfect for sure. Boy and I have issues for days, but what I'm doing is this is a piece of packaging that's out of a Christmas present that I opened yesterday, not the 12 days. It was a private, it's what I keep wanting to tell you guys what I got, but I don't want to take away from the bits that I'm getting in the 12 days gifts. But you'll see, don't worry, you'll see. But anyway, so this is a piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of roughly fold these, and I want the rough edge. I'm not worried about it being perfectly folded because I like that. And then what I probably will do is run a bead of glue in this, and let's just, you know what, we'll just run a little bit of glue stick just to roughly hold this, because then by the time I'm ready to sit and work on this in between cookie batches, this glue will be like dry. So we're just gonna do our own thing. And the thing with the prompts is they're there for guidance. They're not there as a steadfast rule. And I'm not following any rules today. I am gonna do what makes me happy in between obligations that don't necessarily make me happy. So this one's a little bit of a bigger piece, so I think we're gonna use it just for some variety and size, and because I don't particularly care for the quality of the prints that I got here, so that's something that we'll take into account as well. So just a little bead of, it's not even a bead of glue actually, but anyway, it's just gonna hold it. So here's my picture, and I want to get kind of a rough feel for the frame, right, to go. And I know I only have part of his face in here, and he was like, that's what you get. When I asked him to take a picture with me, he was being a stinker. So we're going to use that one that way. And then this one, I'm going to bring across the top. Maybe we'll go up this way. No, I could tear that off. Let's do it like that. And then we can do like that. Okay. And then it'll kind of frame in. And this I will run under. This one I'm going to run over. Now I will move that so I can see his face and make sure I have these how I want them. Once I have them where I want them, I'm going to put a little something in those corners to hold this together as a frame, be it glue or a staple or something. I mean, we do have the new tiny attacher to play with, right? And then it just gives us a piece of something that we can use. Then we can slow stitch around that. And I may even add some Christmas ribbon around the outside of that just to make a nice decorative piece. I'm only doing this because I have not asked his permission to share his photo on my channel, and even though he's my kid and I feel like I should be able to, he's really funny about that and I want to respect it. So I just don't think I should be doing something that he might not approve of. Oh, if you knew our situation, you'd be like, really? Yeah, really. And then where I do have these the straight edges, I'm going to rough that up a little bit too. Because I don't want the super fine edges. So once that dries, I will probably take my tear ruler along the edge of that, but I'm just wanting to frame it. So the main thing is getting kind of the size. And I don't like that. This one's better. Why is this one better? I'm trying to figure out how to fold these where it like makes sense. You know what I mean? Let's do that. Okay, and then I can bring that down. Okay, then I have this one. I'm going to overlap a little bit. And then, let's see, so, oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. Yeah. Okay, something like that. We're going to make it work. That's a lot more fiddly to fold that than I had anticipated, but that's okay. I'll get a couple pieces cut, but that's kind of the premise of what I want to do. And I'm thinking maybe these big wide pieces are not the best pieces unless I just do like that and cut that, then have this like tuck under. Have that tuck under like that. This one's going to tuck around this corner. And then we'll have a piece there. I'll get the frame built, then I'll come back, but that's kind of the gist. I don't have an actual paper bag handle. And maybe I should just cut it or just tear it, and then I can have the rough edges. So let's try that. And then I have to go start making cookies and do some cleanup, but I thought this was something I might be able to like stitch in between because I'm not going to do anything super fancy on this. I just want to have a nice little memory piece of us. And he was so funny because I was like, will you take a picture with me by the tree? And then I was like, your head was only half in it. And he was like, that's what you get, Mom. That's all you're getting. All right. I guess I'll take it. It's not gonna tear. It's okay. We like the rough bits, and these will go in the scrap bin. So I could just tear a single strip. It doesn't have to be a double strip, does it? I'm just trying to figure it out. Bear with me here. Okay. Well, that tore, but that's okay. And I kind of like that fold in the front like that. I think that's kind of cute. And I want it to come out so I'm not covering his face. So the width of this has to be in such a way that it's not covering his face when this comes down. So like that. I think that'll work. Okay, I think that's going to work. So I'm going to get this figured out and make a little brown frame for him, for the picture. And then I'll talk about some colors I'm going to use, and then I have to go bake. Okay, so I changed of plans, although I am still using some Christmas wrapping paper. So that premise is still there, but this was too flimsy. It just wasn't cooperating. So I tore a couple strips out of that, and then I created my frame. So what is going to happen is then I'm just going to, I think we're going to do a little bit of stamping on here, just some background stamping. And then I want to, I want to glue these little corners just to make sure that, like, when I'm messing with this, I don't bend or refold them, because it's kind of fiddly to do it. But again, I really wanted to have the, I wanted to use a piece of Christmas paper from my 12 days gifts, and I definitely want to have the frame around us. And so what I'm thinking is I will just do a little bit of random stamping on here just for some added interest to the background. And then let's see, I'm in my Steelers shirt and he's just in a dark hoodie, so there's really like not a color I think that if I chose or went with any color that was going to matter. And this is relatively thin, but I'm still going to take like a pokey tool with me, so that way I'm not necessarily dulling my slow stitch needle. Now, I'm not great at slow stitch. I am novice. I am learning. So what will happen is I am going to slow stitch this totally off camera. I'm going to work on it like in between batches of cookies, and it won't be a lot. It might be some running stitch around. I might try to add a little bit of decorative stitch. I don't know, maybe a couple of like lazy daisies to maybe indicate maybe like a poinsettia or something, because it's Christmas themed. I am thinking about gluing this onto some book page to stabilize it, because then I can just trim around it. And then if I let, you know what, let's just do that. Because then if the, oh, she's cute. Let's like not do that. It's just going to give it a little bit more stability and make it easier, I think, as we are, stitching. And then is it going to fit on this book page? Barely, but I think it's going to fit well enough. And then we can cut the window out when we're done. I think that will be totally fine. And then I probably will end up, well, I don't know. I was thinking, well, maybe we'll end up putting some like die cut flowers around this or something, a Christmas sentiment. I'm not really sure yet what I want to do, but I just want to have a little piece of the kid in my December daily, because he was over here the other day and I feel like we had a nice chat. It was a decent visit, and if you've been following me any amount of time, you will know that that's not always the case when we're together. So I want to treasure a day that was good for us. So anyway, So I'll let that dry. And this actually gives me something more substantial to hold on to also while I'm working on it. So that was a good idea, Jody. Good idea. All right, and please don't mind me. I truly am in this really weird headspace. I am trying to do some things that distract me, make me happy, or some version of that. I need to sit and journal some stuff out, but I don't think I have the mental fortitude to actually put my thoughts and feelings on paper right now. So I'm going to go make some cookies and work on this. And I think it's going to be cute. What do I want to do for stamping? I don't want it to be necessarily Christmassy stamping, just some background noise. Oh, some stenciling might be kind of good. Yeah? How about just some random like little numbers or whatever. None of these like speak his name to me, but it is just adding some interest, and I think that that's super important. And we can go from there. And I picked Perfection here because I think there's a really big misconception, especially with social media, that everybody's like, oh, my life just has to be so perfect. I can only post what's perfect, you know, and that's just not reality. I mean, reality is life is super messy, and, you know, we can only do what we can do and hope for the best, hope we're not, you know, I mean, there's just so many aspects. I always tell him, like, you didn't come with an instruction manual, so I really am doing the best that I can. And so, you know, we're working through some things, and as he's growing up, things are getting better, which I'm super grateful for, because I want to have good relationship with my family. And, you know, families are definitely a different beast for sure. Okay, we're just adding some interest. I need to stop caring if the stamping is perfect, because I don't need perfect stamping for sure. Reversed. How about some reversed in here, because sometimes you just gotta back up and think about some stuff, right? And that says reserved, so I read that backwards. You guys, like, Jody, that's not what that says. Oh, not what that says at all. Oops. Okay. I think we're getting enough interest in here, because I think as we start stitching, it's going to add more, and this is just going to put all of this in the background, which I think is going to be nice. So just a little bit more. Should have done some shapes over here too. Maybe I still will. Maybe we'll just take some of our noise stamps and just go over it. I love how you can bring like the craft paper and totally change it and make it completely a different piece from just being plain. Like, you can just add so much to it. And I think that's a wonderful thing. And we do this so often, and I hope that by showing you this so many times that maybe it stays in your head like, oh, I can really alter something or add some interest this way to a page. And yeah, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I just want some interest and design on that. You know what I mean? So now we have a very busy background, but I think it's going to be a fun piece to work with. So I think what I want to do is just pick out maybe just some neutral tones, or I'm not sure what colors yet. I have to go through the embroidery floss, and I don't want more than a couple of colors. But I'll do some stitching while I'm downstairs, and then I'll come back and we will finish building the piece.